Alright, hit the button that time. Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi y'all. So welcome to Saturday. Finally got through that interview that I've been looking at. I didn't hear anything yesterday afternoon. Still feeling good about that one. So, we'll see. I've got another interview set up for Monday. So, we'll keep rolling. We definitely will. The IRS accepted my tax return a couple of weeks ago, and so did the state, and they should be getting that money out to me. So, it just means I won't be able to take my tax refund and go blow it on something. It'll have to go to bills and all, but, hey, that happens. Not that much anyway. I'm a single guy with no dependents. So, we don't get all that money back from our taxes that some of y'all do. Now, I'm not begrudging you, don't get me wrong. Oh, brother said I shouldn't get my money back. Brother did not say that. Although for some people that's absolutely true. Anyway, there we go. So today we got a little bit of not really a challenge, but we got a little bit of a thing to do that somebody was talking about the other day, and I jumped in on someone else's. I did. And I'm not even going to say a name or anything, but I did. I jumped in on somebody else's YouTube and I made a comment and made an offer to do a shave, so we're going to do that. So today we're going to take the fast talk. No, we're not going to use the fast talk. Hunting knife, or camping knife. This isn't really a hunting knife. No, it's really not. This is a camp. Actually, it's a really nice little thing. But we're not going to shave with that either. And along with that knife, in the same scabbard and all, they got this one. Now, if you're kind of like me about half survivalist or whatever, this is actually a really neat little knife. It's got the different size hex nuts on stuff, and but it's also got these neat little slices in the side, these little dents. You can make you a spear, and it's actually got barbs in it for a survival thing. So anyway, that's neat. But no, we're not shaving with that either. So the thing was, these two razors. Now these are Phoenix or Artisan whatever. I don't ever say the name because I always mess it up and people laugh. Yep, I see you. You're laughing. You're laughing already. Don't. It's no need in that. Anyway, the bakelite version, which is an open comb. Fuzzy loves bakelite. I don't care if it's vintage, new, whatever. I prefer vintage. I love bakelite. This is an open comb. It's going to be kind of neat. And then the Eclipse, I think they call this one, which is the aluminum and everything. Now I have both of these razors, not because I bought them, because I didn't, but through the generosity of other shavers who have sent them to me because they felt I needed them, and I use them occasionally. Not as much as I probably should, but then again, I do have a lot of stuff and I do lean more vintage. So anyway, the shaver, and I'm not going to mangle his name. He'll be in the comments. He always comments. Really liked how smooth the bakelite was, but when he used the Eclipse, he felt it was harsher, and he was asking another shaver to shave with them and see if he felt that one was harsher than the other, or something along those lines, or asked to shave with this one to see if it felt harsh to him. And I jumped in and said, I got both of those. I'll do that shave. So it was an idea for a shave. So anyway, we're going to do that. That's going to be the shave. Now, I was digging around through blades. Let me expound on that digging around through blades thing. This is my blade box. It's an old cigar box, and it's got all different kinds of blades. There's single edge, double edge, some of the feather single edge, vintage piles, which may or may not work. I don't remember. AC blades. There's all kinds of blades in here, but this is my blade box. That's in, and a lot of these are, it's just stuff I picked up over the years. A lot of the double edge blades in there and stuff were sent to me. Well, I was digging through the block and I said, okay, so we want to figure out if one razor is harsher than the other. So everybody knows that listens to me for more than a few minutes, and I'm not the biggest fan of feather blades. I think they're over sharp, and I think that can cause harshness, and your technique has to correct for that. Now, there's no such thing as a blade that's going to rip your face off if it's a sharp blade. It's technique, right? Okay, we're there. You've heard me say that a million times. I'm not going to go all into that a million more times. But anyway, so today we're going to use a feather blade. Now, I'm going to do this as a half-face shave off. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. Hold on. No. I'm wrong. Okay. Fuzzy's an idiot, but that's okay. It happens. these are not the feather double-edged blades. These are these right there. So anyway, my thoughts on feather still stand. I'm not going to dig back through that box. I have some Gillette 7 o'clocks here in the yellow. Back when I thought blades really mattered more than I think they do now, I always realized they didn't matter as much as most people thought, but I thought they mattered more than I do now. I used to love these 7 o'clock sharp edge blades. I would say that was probably at one time my favorite blade. So they're nice and sharp. So anyway it goes, we're going to use a brand new blade. Just going to be Gillette instead of feather. We're going to start with the Eclipse, because that's the one that we feel is harsh. So we're going to put the brand new blade in that one and give it all we can to make a fair test. Now for our cream today, I was digging around, and you know me, I love to use local stuff I can get local. All right, so we're going to load the blade the same way you load any other blade, right there in the old thing. This is a slant razor, so it does, you know, look weird. Put the bottom, and then we're going to screw the handle in. Now actually, as far as two-sided thingies go, and especially as far as modern two-sided thingies go, it's not a bad razor or anything. It shaves good. I mean, I don't remember having any harshness, but we're going to see. Anyway, so I like to be able to use things that are local. Now, a lot of people, you know, they like to take care of their skin. Obviously, you know, I ain't one of them. I don't moisturize, and I don't use all the stuff under my eyes, and I don't know. You're starting to get kind of baggy, ain't they? But anyway, I don't do that. But there are some people that do, and people like more natural stuff these days and everything. So, kiss my face. I've had this a while, and I used to have a tube of the mint, and I don't know where that tube got off to. It has since gone. But anyway, this is the green tea and bamboo. Now, the neat thing about this is right up the road here, or kind of over the road over there, not too far away, within a couple, 3 miles, there's a store called Sprouts that they put in. Used to, I could get Kiss My Face at like Whole Foods and that kind of stuff. I don't go there much, not my kind of place, but I was in Sprouts not long after they opened it, and they've got a lot of fresh vegetables. Now, it's one of these health food stores, so they raise the price on everything because it's healthy. Whatever. I do like fresh vegetables and everything, and they do have nice fresh vegetables and things of that nature. So anyway, but they also sell Kiss My Face. Now, this came, I probably had this 6 years now. It came from either a Fresh Market or a Whole Foods. I can't remember. And the last time I went in, they didn't have it anymore, but Sprouts does. You can buy it local. Over in Lafayette at the Drug Emporium, the vitamin store that I go to, where I find all the Panade stuff and all the stuff, they sell Kiss My Face. And it's supposed to be good stuff. It's supposed to be, you know, not so hard on the face. So anyway, we're going to use that today. Now what we're going to do is a half face shave off at a time. So we're going to take this half of the face is going to be, and we're going to do a full shave just on half the face. I'm not going to lather the whole thing up and then shave one side, then grab the other razor and shave, and then go back and forth. I'm going to do a full shave on this side, and then I'll do a full shave on this side. And, you know, in between we'll change the blade out and put it in the other razor. So I haven't used my JR brush here lately. This is the JR 176, and what he did was he took an Omega, the 10098 Professional, Omega 98, took the cap off of it. He hand turned a handle for it, and then he put the cap onto the new handle. Really neat. I love it. It's a great big Omega bore, and I love those. I've got a second one that came from an Omega 49, which is the same bristles. It's just in a little cheap plastic handle. And what people are doing, they're busting those cheap plastic handles, and they're taking those really nice bristles and putting them in hand-turned brushes, and they're really nice. I love them. So I've got one that T. White, his B400 he called it. It's got the same Omega bristles in it. All right, well, let's get this show on the road, and we'll get moving. So yeah, I got a Fast Hawk, and I got my camping knife, and I got all this stuff, and I got my bobs. For people who don't know what a bob is, it's a bug out bag. And I've got several different emergency kits, about half survivalists. I've said it before, and it's true. And if I could just find a good source for MREs that didn't charge me out the tail end. My sister and brother-in-law hooked me up with some MREs here a while back, and I appreciated that. But or MRE type, they weren't really MREs as far as the military, but they were the type. So I just put some cream on the head of the brush there, It's a damp brush like we always use. I don't see any need in starting with a real heavy brush. Now the thing about this Kiss My Face is it does lather really well. Now it is one of those that is billed as a brushless soap. You either put it on your hand and you put it on, and I guess that's okay for some people. I've made videos using them. You can do it. They will work. But, you know, better to have a brush in my opinion. And this stuff does work really well. You keep adding water and working it if you want to. You can get that buttercream if you want to out of this. However, as we've said before, there's no need in all that. Alright, so there's our first lather on half a face. Now the thing is, we know the razor shaves. I've used it before a couple of times and enjoyed it. There, I understand, always been drama with the Phoenix, the company. I never got into it. I'm not much on drama. Don't really care. I just, you know, whatever. I think the soaps are overpriced when they had, the last time I looked, everything is, whatever. I'm not going to get into all that. That's not what this video is about. All right, so the Eclipse here. It's got that domed roof on it. You know, all that kind of good stuff. Doesn't really matter. It could be flat across the top as long as it holds the blade at the right angle. It's, you know, everything. So it's like using any razor. I can tell you from the first stroke that this razor is exactly what I remember. It is a very smooth, very comfortable shave for a two-sided thingy. Slant razor, my opinion, I've said this a million times. A lot of people disagree with me. A lot of people disagree with me anyway. I think basically a slant was an answer to a question that wasn't there. It's a marketing thing, but it's just like, you know, people having their favorites of this, that, and the other. It gave them something to have a favorite of, and there's people that really like slants. There's people that tell you that their beard is so heavy and you can't say anything because your beard's not that heavy. Well, yeah, you know, I don't know about that. I don't have that 5 o'clock shadow at 2 in the afternoon after shaving at 6 in the morning, Italian dark beard. No, I don't, but I have far from a light beard. But anyway, I don't think that, you know, Gillette came out at one time with the Gillette slide, and a lot of people who are kind of in my camp on slants say, well, you know, you do the same thing, it functions the same thing, because the slant, you're getting that slicing motion is what they say. And Gillette slide lets you do that without, you know, having a slant. Now, slants are neat. There's still a slant I want to get. I want to get one of the vintage Hofferts. I've got a Merker, which is, you know, I guess the old remake, whatever. But I want a Hoffert slant, and I will find one in my price range one day. I may be 99 years old, but I will one day. So anyway, slants are, in my opinion, a marketing tool, but that's what makes the world run. It's convincing people that they need your product more than anything else. They need your product. And I'm going to go ahead and trim up this half of the goatee with this one. Now, as I expected, and as I remembered, man, it's a smashing good shave. Smashing. I'll give it that. It is a good shave. It has as much fun as a vintage single edge. Nah. It doesn't have the same feel to it. Is it a good shave? Yeah. Alright, so let's take the blade out of this one. And we're going to set it right down here. And we're going to do this. Yay, Fuzzy is handling a wet razor blade. Hey, look, Fuzzy's handling a wet razor blade. Let's see if he cuts himself in bleach for 30 minutes like a stuck pig. I would suspect I'm not. But anyway, whoop, no blood. There's the blade. Alrighty. Bakelite loads the same way. Razor's a razor, right? Now, there are some of the older models and different things that had different ways of loading. But basically, if you're going to load a razor, you're going to load them about the same way. This is just a 3-piece razor. Alrighty, so we got everything back together. I didn't feel the need to hold it up to the camera while I was changing blade. I think most of y'all probably changed a blade or two in your lifetime, and have probably seen me change a blade or two. But anyway, we are going to take a glance at it with the old reading glasses on. Now, one thing I noticed about the bakelite, and this is something that we were talking about the other day, it does leave the end of the blade exposed some. And I guess it is theoretically possible if you drag that too close to your ear to get a slice. Now, that was one thing that there was a razor here a while back, and people were crowing about it, about protecting the ends of the razor, and it's like, really? I don't think that's actually that big of a, that big of a game for all the extra money that the new razors are costing and all that stuff. I just don't. I'm sorry. All right, so let's go back, and we're going to get this side of the face. Well, while we're at it, we'll get the soap off this side of the face so we can have a look and see there we got a really good shave. Now, I didn't grow out a big growth to do this. I didn't, to me, I've said it here recently a bunch. I get on kicks and I say the same thing. But anyway, the best test of a shave is an everyday shave, not when you let it grow out 2 or 3 days and everything. The best test is a daily shave here. So that's what we're doing. And I just remembered that I didn't put my phone on airplane. Now, I may just jinx myself by mentioning that. I'd hate to get a phone call while I'm doing this and the video go down. Alright, so here we go. So let's do this side now. This is with the bakelite, the same blade. And since we haven't even finished the shave, it's still a one shave blade. That's why I did a half face and a half face. I don't think the condition of the blade is going to be significantly degraded enough to have an effect. On the shave. Now, one thing I like bakelite. I've already said that. One thing I like is an open comb. Now, does an open comb necessarily shave better? No. When you have a heavy beard, does an open comb necessarily do better than a closed comb about not getting clogged up? No. Not that I've seen. But I like an open comb razor. I like an open comb razor with a lot of blade feel. I really do. But anyway, this is just as smooth. Now, I will say that there is, for some reason, a different feel to the razor. But there's a lot of times razors have a different feel to it, but your technique takes care of that. But there's nothing harsh about it. It's a lighter razor. It's a bakelite razor, so it's lighter. It's open comb, but there's nothing that even remotely feels harsh or anything. All right. So there we go. So for our 2 passes, we're going to do our cleanup pass like we always do. I'm just going to leave the blade in the bakelite razor and finish up. So as far as the shaves go, is one harsher than the other? I don't think so. I don't feel it. It's I just don't feel any difference as far as the actual shave goes. There is a different feel, face feel, I guess. Blade feel maybe. I think the bakelite model, the lighter bakelite open comb, I think, at least for the one I have, now I guess there can be variations, but anyway, for the one I have, I think the bakelite has a little more blade feel. I think that's the difference I'm feeling between the two. I have absolutely no irritation, feel no irritations. I didn't even get close to getting any of the little nicks I sometimes get, usually because I grin and I got all these wrinkles now and I'm going to hit it. But, so none of that. So we're going to run the old, this video is going to go over 20 minutes. That means it's going to take hours to load. I apologize for that. But, I use my phone. It's an iPhone 7 Plus. And if I keep the videos 12, 13 minutes, it's only an hour or so. But once they get up to 20 minutes and over, it just takes a while. But eventually, it downloads, and we keep on keeping on. Well, there we go. So my feelings have not changed on slants. They do the job, but so do regular razors. You know, they're double-edged thingies. I still think it's a marketing thing for the people. And I've got some good friends, and I'm not mocking anybody on this one. I don't mind mocking people. I really don't. Duh. I don't. But anyway, side note. So for Christmas, before I, when I was still in good standing at the plant before I got, booted out, became a pariah, one of the guards there, delightful lady, and she put everybody a little bag together for Christmas and everything, and mine had a little plaque in it that says "Sarcasm Welcome," and it's in the shape of like a thought bubble from a cartoon. I think I'm gonna put it right there on the door. I think I'm gonna do that. I've got it somewhere if I can find it. But anyway, so I'm not mocking anybody, but the thought that your growth is so heavy that you have to have a slant razor, no. But there's some people that's there. So marketing is a wonderful tool. It's an amazing tool, and it does amazing things. There was a time when people were buying rocks, folks, that were painted up, and that was their pet rock, and people were buying that. Marketing. They enjoy it. Everybody's having it. I gotta have one. It's great. Marketing is a wonderful thing. But anyway, neither here nor there. So we're gonna finish up with some aqua velvet here. Now this aqua velvet is in a plastic bottle because you can't get the glass bottle. When my glass bottles run out, I buy the plastic bottle and transfer them over. But the reason I wanted to use plastic today is because we've been discussing here, there, and yonder about the scent difference between plastic bottles and glass bottles, and how the plastic bottles just have that plastic bottle stink to them. I can't smell it, boys and girls. And this is one of my defining things. Not only do I have Club Me, which was the actual original shot at it, in glass and plastic, I don't smell any different. Aqua Velva, I have it in plastic and glass, and I don't smell any difference. So, maybe my smeller ain't as good as some people's. You know what I'm talking about, because it doesn't spend all the time up in the air. That's probably part of it. Alrighty. Well, there we go. That's our shave. Remember, Kiss My Face. If you have a Whole Foods or you have a local health food place, sometimes they'll have Kiss My Face products because they are more organic, natural. I don't know if I can say organic because there's guidelines on organic, but they're more natural. I'm not trying to sell you Kiss My Face. I have nothing to do with the company. Why so special? For over 30 years, we've been making effective and affordable natural products for ourselves and our friends. So, anyway, if you're one that like to take care of your face and, the environment and stuff, which environment's not a bad thing to take care of, don't get me wrong. Look at that Kiss My Face. It's a really good cream, too, as you saw. It's easy to lather, does good. All right, so I'm going to get out of here and leave you all alone. Go back to drinking my coffee. Hey, Patrick, notice the coffee cup? Hey? One of my favorites, my friend. This is a little bit smaller cup, so when I want a little bit stronger cup of coffee, I use the Keurig and I drip it into a smaller cup, and it, more concentrated flavor. So that's good stuff. Y'all have a great day. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shaves to you. Bye-bye.